So this is Tower Hamlets. As you can see, it's a relatively sizable area of London. It's a borough in London. And it is, frankly, I think, an accurate representation of the future that we have chosen. And this really was brought to the fore the other day because of this post. As you can see, Tower Hamlets Council were like, it's World Breastfeeding Week. We are raising awareness for local amazing services. Whether you're breastfeeding, formula feeding, or doing a bit of both, the baby feeding and well-being service can support you and to feel confident feeding your baby. Everyone's like, what the hell is this? What do you think it is? This is an accurate representation of Tower Hamlets. This is what the people there look like. In fact, let's have a look, shall we? Because we happen to have a very good profile that's been done since the 2021 census on Tower Hamlets, and it's just this is the future that we've chosen. Or, more accurately, this is the future we have had forced upon us. And so it really makes perfect sense from their perspective in Tower Hamlets. Who are we pitching this to? Well, we're pitching it to Bangladeshis, mostly. So if you look at the points that they raise on the census, they point out that key points are that the borough itself has the fastest growing population of any local area authority in England. Between 2011 and 2021, the population grew by 56,000 to 310,000, which is obviously 254,000 in 2011. Now, the area of Tower Hamlets is not increasing in size. So these people are being favela-like crammed in to rented accommodation, to low-quality, high-density accommodation. And it's made Tower Hamlets basically the most densely populated place in England. In fact, they tell us the very next line. Nearly 16,000 residents per square kilometre. So per 0.6 miles or something squared. There's nearly 16,000 people. Compared to 424 people per square kilometre in England, which is over 37 times the average density. And the thing is, England overall is one of the most densely populated places on the earth. So they are just cramming in the human biomass from the third world into this place. And the quality of life doesn't matter. The prospects of these people don't matter. The fact that it's deforming our country doesn't matter to any of these people. None of that matters. All that matters is cram as many foreigners as we can. This is like the future. Because if it was just one kind of person there, well, not ideal, but it could at least develop a kind of ethnic character, right? And it would at least become something recognizable. But oh no, these people are from everywhere. And more importantly, more than a fifth of them, so more than 1 in 5 of them, weren't even there the year prior to the census. So 1/5 are brand new immigrants. But as you'll see as we're going on further into this, about half of them are immigrants generally. They're just there for 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years prior to the census. But a fifth of them have been there less than a year. So that is crazy, isn't it? That's just mad. Absolutely mad. Like, Enoch Powell's like, well, this is what I mean about a nation heaping up its own funeral pyre. This is what we're creating in our country. I mean, it carries on, obviously. It's got the largest Muslim population in England and Wales. The largest Bangladeshi population in England and Wales. 34, nearly 35% Bangladeshi and nearly 40% Muslim. Is the 4th smallest white British population and the smallest Christian population in England and Wales. I mean, this is the real killer, right? Because the magic soil just ain't doing its magic, bro. Like, again, what did you expect that they were going to promote to? Like, they were hardly going to be like, right, okay, well, I guess we're going to get a blonde, white English woman on there. No, of course not. Of course they're going to have a Bangladeshi woman who's completely covered, breastfeeding her baby rather than someone else, because it's the largest Bangladeshi population in England and Wales. Like, the plurality of them are Bangladeshi. So anyway, it's just crazy, and we'll carry on. So as you can see, like I said at the beginning, The increase of 56,000 in 10 years, that is mad. Again, considering that the area isn't increasing in size. Because, of course, there is just nowhere for it to increase to. It's not like there's countryside that can expand into. So they're just cramming these people in. The population density visualization is just one of the most horrific things I've ever seen. As they say, as of 2021, Tower Hamlets is the most densely populated area, with around 112 people living on each football pitch-sized area of land. Just, why are we doing this? Why are we allowing them to do this? It's just mad. I mean, like, living like ants in a hive. Like actual bug men. And when we get to the kinds of people, you'll notice that they don't have much in common. But yeah, so here's the population density, which is allowing London to be crammed full of the ethnic detritus of the world. And it's not entirely consistent, but I mean, it's pretty bloody high all the way over. There are some areas, like Bromley South, there's 20,000 people. So it's just like, nice. Anyway, that's just mad. Absolutely mad. The age is pretty much as you would have expected. It's 25 to 64 coming in with a bit on either side. So that's not that surprising, really. Obviously, they're sort of working and reproductive aged. They've got a few thousand children. It's not that surprising. And a few thousand older people. Again, not that surprising. As you can see, though, on the households, just the number of households... they say, in fact here, that there's been a 19% increase in households. Now, on average, in the rest of the country, there is about a 6% increase in households. Again, the number of houses is not changing. The area is not expanding. It is just population replacement and the cramming in, like this is some sort of Indian train car or Chinese railway car, like just cramming the people in. Because apparently, like, there's just no sense or management of what happens here. So let's get to the identity bit. This is the bit that I think everyone's waiting for. Ethnic origin. So they tell us that the percentage of Tower Hamlets population who identified as white British decreased by 8.3 percentage points, which is a numerical decrease of 8,000 people. So as you can see, in 2011 it was 79,000. In 2021 it's 71,000, making them 22.9%. And I bet they're pretty clustered. They don't give us a map of this area actually, but I bet they're pretty bloody clustered in certain areas that they're tenaciously refusing to let go. And I tell you what, salute to the white British, who are just like, no, I live in Tower Hamlets, I don't care, I'm not going to do it. But anyway, as you can see from the rest of it, so that's 22%. But that's not the largest. You've got the Asian Bangladeshi at 35% here. We've got Asian Chinese, Asian Indian, Asian Pakistani. So they're very, very small. 3, 3, 1, 2. Very small. And then you've got the black community. 5% black African, 1.6% Caribbean. And then you've got like a few percentage points each of the other ones. So what you can see, though, is that what this means is this is a Bangladeshi colony that exists in the heart of London. So again, this makes perfect sense. These are the people who become the people who control Tower Hamlets. Because when you, as Lee Kuan Yew, or whatever his name is, the Singapore dictator pointed out, in a non-homogeneous society, people just vote purely along ethnic lines. So, unsurprisingly, right, these are the young mayors of the borough. Jahid Ahmed from 2007 to 2008, Akram Hussain 2008 to 2009, Umar Akhtar, Landry Adelaide, Nimel Islam, Hamadi Alam. Again, Hussein's whatever. You see the point, right? You see the point. Speakers of the council: Mizam Chowdhury, Rajib Ahmed, Leslie Pavitt. Well done, Leslie. Khalez Uddin Ahmed, Sabina Akhtar, Ayas Mia, Victoria Obeys, probably an African, Mohammed Abab Hossein. So you can see that this is the ethnic takeover of an area because of demographic displacement. And why wouldn't it look like that? And these are the MPs for it. Rusha Nara Ali, Aspana Begum, and Umar Kumaran. All for the Labour Party, obviously. All, of course, for the Labour Party. And so, what do you expect? This is what you ought to expect to see. This is why in this area you've got the Bangladeshi street signs. Obviously, you've got the Bangladeshi street signs. Why wouldn't you? They're the plurality of the population. Like, this area has a Bangladeshi character for a reason. Nearly 2/3 of households in Tower Hamlets have English as their main household language. So that means 1/3 of them don't even use English as their main household language. So that's great, isn't it? That's exactly what we want. Almost 1 in 6 have no one in the household with English as their main language. This is just a series of foreign colonies. These are, again, the nomads of globalism, as well as a very large Bangladeshi colony. Why are we permitting this? We just shouldn't be permitting this. It's not acceptable that this is the case. And obviously, over time, it doesn't come as a surprise that the number of Muslims is going up, the number of Christians is going down, although the number of irreligious has gone up as well. But you can tell that this is just a massive immigrant area. Like, again, 46% of the population was born overseas. We are just cramming these people in, and I just don't know why. Like, what good does this do? Is this GDP? Is this what the point of this was? Like, some of them have been for 10 years or more, 22%, but the others are fairly recent arrivals. Why are they here? Again, at 46.8%, sorry. Is this GDP? So when did they arrive here? That's the question, right? So before 1951, there were 122 out of what would have been about 250,000. Between 1951 to 1960, 885. Between 1960 to 1970, 2,423. Hello, bird. From 1971 to 1980, another 5,000. You see it's just a curve ramping up. From 1981 to 1990, 13,000. From 1991 to 2000, 16,000. And then from 2001 to 2010, New Labour. So, in fact, this 47,000 basically can be ascribed to New Labour. 2001 to 2013, 12,000. 2014 to 2016, 20,000. Thanks, Conservatives. 2017 to 2019, 27,000. And up to 2021, another 50. So, just thanks, Labour and Conservatives. They both did exactly the same thing with this. They both did. Just, there's no difference between them when it comes to immigration. So don't ever let the Conservatives off the hook with immigration. They are just as culpable. Absolutely just as culpable. Mostly it was adults coming, obviously. And obviously, these people are just renting, right? Only a quarter of people actually own their house in Tower Hamlets. Otherwise, you have social rented, other social rented, or private rented, making up the vast majority of how people live in this area. And so great. So you're just cramming in renters. So it's purely landlords who benefit from this arrangement. So again, lefties, if you want to complain about landlords getting it their own way, if you want to complain about, unskilled labour being exploited, well, Tower Hamlets is actually a really good model for this, because it's actually showing us that we can literally have a nation of renters who will be crammed in to the smallest amount of space, and they will just do it. But what's interesting is that they are slowly but surely getting their GDP. If they can cram enough of the Earth's population into this tiny area, then you can get a slightly higher GDP than Camden or Birmingham. Amazing. That's it. We're just sacrificing everything livable about our country for a couple of extra points. I mean, isn't that amazing? They got what they were after. They finally got the success story. And it's Tower Hamlets.
In the earliest days of our nation, the herald was sounded for the elite men of England to decide the fate of our country. Such a gathering was known to our forefathers as the Witan. Now, in the ruins of our kingdom, the call has been sounded again. A new, rising elite of steadfast men and women have a new Witan. This is the epicenter of the new British right. We shall hear from the heavyweights of our sphere: Carl Benjamin, Ed Dutton, Howard Cox, Nathan Hood, Nina Power, Catherine Blakelock, Josh Firm, and many more inspired speakers. This Witan will surely be generational. Buy your tickets now at shieldings.com.